multiple choice question. That's why the
Okay.
point. If it was a single choice question, I would have gone with one distinct zero. Well, I'm just thinking about, is the question a trick, like where they want to say that there are two zeros, but they are same. But they are, the value of the two zeros are
No, no,
equal.
no. See, one distinct zeros means there is only one zero that is distinct. Can you share the graph with me?
I mean, it's actually a part of the graded assignment, whereas this is not the question. This is not the graded assignment question. And in the graded assignment, it's a completely different question. I'm asking about a doubt. Given these two
Okay.
options, so that's why I can't. I mean, you are also bounded to not answer graded assignment questions.
Yeah, as it is from graded assignment, then I can't help
Well,
you.
this question is not from graded assignment. I'm just asking about the options. Like, even the options are also different. In the graded assignment, the polynomial is a much bigger one and there are multiple options. I'm just asking x square equals 0 has, well, only one solution, one real solution. If you put as
In
x
that
equals 0.
case, if you have two zeros and both the zeros are same.
Yes, that's my question. And
Yeah,
both of these situations are given in option.
Okay. So yeah, both the options are in that case. If the
So,
zeros are different, then the option is not.
but if the zeros are same, then both of the statements are correct.
Yes, yes, yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Hello, ma'am. I have sent you a doubt in the chat box. It's being uploaded. Can you please check?
Okay, so this is basically problem solving session for the week 4. We have some selected problems. We will first let us solve this problem. Then I will pick your doubt one by one.
Ma'am, in last
Okay.
class also it was delayed.
Yeah, we will clear all the doubts. Let us first do the the selective problems. Then we will clear all the doubts. Just some basic problem we have. After once we are done with that problems, then we can proceed with the problem solving things. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. I mean, this session only you will clear because I have about 4 to 5 questions. I was solving the previous year questions, then I had doubt.
Sure, sure. Okay.
Okay. I'll wait for it then.
Yeah. So, it's already 8:15, so I think we can start.
Ma'am, are we
now.
discussing PYQs? Sorry, we had a start session right now.
Yeah, this is basically a solve with us session. So we have some selected problems. We will discuss those problems. After that, I will pick your doubts. Okay.
Oh, sure.
So this is the first question. Just take 1 minute to solve it. Then we will do it. So this is option A. This is option B. This is option C. This is option D. So just put your option in the comment box. Okay. Okay, so we got two answer. One is D and one is B. Then it's D. Okay. So majority are saying that the option D is correct. Let us see which is the correct option. So we have polynomial P and another polynomial Q, and we get H as the quotient and R is the remainder. That means we have this equation, right? And here, what we know, the degree of R is is equals to strictly less than QX. Correct. We already know this statement, right? Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So the degree of this R is strictly less than Q. This could be a constant also, right? This could be
Yes,
anything. This
ma'am.
could be a
Yes, ma'am.
constant. This could be something like that. Some x squared. Anything it can be. So if we have a constant, then what will be the degree of the polynomial if we have a constant
Zero.
polynomial?
Zero.
So here we have to find what is the minimum degree of Rx. So what do you think? What should be the minimum degree of this Rx? We have this limit, this degree of R. This is strictly less than degree of Qx. So for a polynomial, what is the minimum degree? If we have some negative degree, suppose some negative degree we have, suppose R equals to x to the power minus 1, then is it a polynomial?
No, ma'am, it's not a polynomial.
So what
No,
will
ma'am.
be the minimum degree then?
Zero.
Ma'am, zero.
Yes. So I think you got the answer. This is the minimum degree of for some polynomial. So again, we have the same question, same plot, and here they have asked what is the maximum degree for Rx. I think it's now easy for you to do the answer, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So what will be the answer?
मैम मिनिमम डिग्री क्या है मैम?
Ma'am, answer is C.
Ma'am, maximum degree would be just less than the QX.
Equal to QX.
So, ma'am, can you see the question? Abhi just join that.
You just put your answer in the comment box, okay?
Hello,
You
ma'am.
need
can
to
you
unmute
explain the
yourself
first
and say
question
the
again?
answer. You just put your option in the comment box.
Ma'am, complete question दिख नहीं रहा है.
This is the complete question. This is the complete question.
Now it's visible. Earlier it was very patchy. I think it's not visible itself.
Okay. Now is it okay? Is it fine? Yeah, yes. Yeah. So same thing we have P equals to HQ plus R. This we have. So what will be the maximum degree of R? So yeah, what we know about the degree of some polynomial? Which kind of number is it?
Leading
Yeah.
term.
No. Yeah, the leading term is right, but what is the exponential of a
2x
polynomial?
minus 1. it should be.
Exponent. Yeah. What? Like suppose we have some polynomial, some a in to the power n summation some n equals to 1 to some n. So what
Highest
should be
term.
that n?
Highest term of the.
Yeah, but what kind of number this should be? Natural number, integer,
It should be
rational
natural number from 0
Natural
to
number. Negative integers.
Yeah,
Okay.
not negative, but it's a positive.
0 to
Positive.
infinity, 0 to infinity.
Yes. This is basically whole numbers. Natural numbers
Yes, ma'am.
started from 1, 2, and so on. But for exponent, we include the number 0. So it's basically whole number, right? Or positive integer.
ma'am.
Yeah. So we
Ma'am,
have
in
this
IITM,
condition.
natural number starts from 0.
Okay, because they took it because Python used the this set
Zero.
in 0, but this is not the case. This is a particular case they took, and they denote this as n0, right? Not as
Okay.
n, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So here you can like assume the set as natural number. Because this is similar to the set of natural number, we are just including 0. So do you know the concept of similar sets?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, what?
So
Can you repeat?
similar sets.
Yes, ma'am.
So what is it?
When both the sets should have same elements. For example, 1, 2, and 3, and the second set should also have the same elements 1, 2, and 3.
Not exactly that.
Ma'am, the cardinality should be the same.
Exactly. So basically, if we you know about mappings, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay. So if we have some
Ma'am,
mapping,
hello. Ma'am, sorry for disturbing you. Can you explain this question again?
the question is basically we have a polynomial px and another polynomial qx, and we are taking the quotient of p by q as hx and r is the remainder. Then the thing is, the maximum degree of r can be what? This is the question. Now I'm talking about natural numbers. You know that here we use the set 0, 1, 2, and so on as natural number. So I'm just saying the reason behind it, why we can take it as natural number. Okay. So
Okay, ma'am. Okay,
So,
ma'am.
so max degree possible could be same, equivalent, you want to say. Max.
Maybe it is less than the quotient.
No, because as constant is
no,
possible, if
see,
you can take a 2 common, 3 common.
No, for
you
example, if
already
you
have
see
that
the
condition. Listen, you already have the condition that degree of Rx will be less than degree of Q, right? You know that condition, right?
yes, that's true.
And this is a natural number. This is also a natural number. So what is the maximum possible natural number for the degree of Rx then? From this condition, you can say.
What did you write
Infinity
the left
minus
side, that
one.
one?
What?
The infinity
just-
minus one, or the maximum is maximum is the n minus one or something.
Maximum for Rx. We know the degree of Rx must be strictly less than the degree of Qx. So what will be the maximum degree of Rx?
The
Degree
QX.
of
D option,
Degree of
na,
QX
degree
minus
QX minus 1.
Minus one.
option.
Because it's natural
Yeah.
number 0 point something can't be included.
Yes. Okay, so I think this
So
is
what is the answer, ma'am? Option B.
option D. Degree of Qx minus 1.
Correct.
Is it fine now?
Ma'am,
Yes,
ma'am, why? Ma'am, why? Which one, the last one?
Yes. Yes.
Ma'am, he's asking why is this option correct?
Ma'am, suppose we are taking qx as 1 and we are dividing px by qx. So then px will be the remainder.
Qx equals to 1.
Suppose. And
Okay.
we are the dividing, according to this question, px by qx we are doing.
Okay. This will be
So
again.
this will again p only. So
Yes.
degree of px will be the maximum then, according to this question. Might be wrong.
Okay. yeah, degree of px is the maximum. There is no problem with that. Degree of px is always maximum. Here here our question is the maximum degree of Rx. We are bothered about the degree of Rx. Okay.
Ma'am, in the P by Q case, what will be the R? In the P by
Rx
Q
is
Rx
case,
will be
equals to 1.
0. One can divide everything here. Rx
Yeah.
will be 0.
Here,
One
here
can divide
R
everything.
The formula is P by Q equal to quotient plus remainder divided by quotient divided by denominator.
Oh, sorry, ma'am. My bad. Got it.
So, is it fine now?
Yeah.
Ma'am, last one is was not. Ma'am, last one is was not. Hello.
You can go ahead.
I think my streaming got stopped. Just wait.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me give you.
Let ma'am share the screen. Who is sharing the screen right now?
Yeah. Just.
Joel is sharing it.
Qualified is in the next 4 days. Let us have a class right now.
Okay. Okay. I think it may take some time to start the streaming again. So someone has posted some doubts.
Ma'am, if the two polynomials intersecting same points, okay?
Okay.
Hello? So
Yes,
intersecting, for
Hello,
example,
ma'am. I have
x
sent you a
cube,
doubt.
x
One by
cube,
one.
that is a
One
poly,
by one.
yeah. F
Yes,
of x
so
is equal
formula-
to x cube and
Hmm.
f of x is equal to x square. So one parabola will be like one parabola, one will be like the right to left. Okay?
Can you repeat it? Can you repeat it?
No, actually,
Are you able
f
to
of x
see
is,
my screen now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. It's
Yeah.
visible.
Yeah, it is visible.
Yeah, ma'am.
Hello?
Yes, please.
Yeah, ma'am. If f of x equal to x square and one more polynomial would be like f of x is equal to x cube.
Some g of x equals to x
Okay,
cube.
sorry, x cube. So okay, so what my understanding is x square would be the polynomial. I mean, sorry, this quadratic equation, and x cube would be like the right
Cubic
to left.
equation.
Okay, cubic equation. So if it is both are intersecting point,
Hmm.
okay, few points are intersecting,
Hmm.
and few have come across that they are asking about the value.
Hmm.
Like there is a question in
Want to
the
know the intersection point of these two graphs, right?
intersecting point as well as that sum of those intersecting point.
Okay.
So the question is like in the graded assignment, there is a two
Graded
roads were
assignment,
there.
I think we can't decide. Like.
No. I'm just asking that clarify how to approach that. So I don't want the answer. So just my understanding here is like two roads were there, okay, and three districts were there. So if I two roads, that is the whatever you written, that is the road of the polynomial graph would be. Okay, so it is the two district is already connected. One more third district has to be we have to find it. So actually it is implies that is supposed to find the the sum of those, or else the middle of those point. So whichever the polynomials are intersecting and the middle. So that is what my
So
understanding
you
about
try
the
to
question.
find out the intersecting points,
Point
then
and
do
then middle.
whatever is guided.
That's what actually I'm asking, whether you are supposed to have the sum. Few answers are saying like the middle point. If it's like x minus 2, x minus 4. So few answers like x minus 3. But surprisingly, if it is x minus 2, x minus 4, some answer would be x minus 5. I don't understand that few answers are varying.
See, I think I can't discuss something
Okay,
like
whatever,
that.
but either I did a mistake or else my approach is correct.
Yeah, you can check it. I can't say it right now. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So let us continue with the problem. Yeah. I think you
Hello.
don't have any problem with this question, so we can move to the next question.
Yes, ma'am.
The
Yes, ma'am.
the maximum
Yes, ma'am. Please mute.
maximum and the minimum
Raj.
degree of
One by one,
Rx
please, one by one.
yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Ma'am, so the maximum and the minimum degree of Rx should be Qx minus 1, right?
Yes. So we got the range, right? We got the range, right? 0 less equals to
Ma'am, she said
degree of,
minimum.
yeah.
So that would be
Uh,
0, na?
yes.
Yes,
0 is the
0
minimum degree.
numerically, but
Yeah.
statement wise, we would say that only. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the, minus 1. So this is the range for degree of Rx, right? We got this one,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
correct? Yeah. So let's move the next question. So this is the next question. Now you have 2 to 3 minutes to solve it. Now we will proceed to solve it from 8:36. 8:36. So put your answer on the chat box.
Screen is
You
not
need
visible
to
very
unmute
clearly. Can you
yourself.
help me with that? Because your screens, I see a lot of patchy. I don't know what about the others.
That is because you have
Yeah.
blurred the answers. Yeah.
Okay, let me read the questions. We have a polynomial function px minus 1 by some constant minus x minus 10 square, x minus 8, x minus 6 into x minus 4 into x minus 2 into x square into x plus 9. So the question is basically what are the following option is are correct? Option A is the number of turning point of the polynomial are 9. Option B is Px is the increasing function when x belongs to the interval 6, 8. Option C is Px is odd function. And option D is Px is 1 function when x lie in the interval h infinity. I think the problem is clear to you now. So just try to solve the problem. So you have to 1 more minute to solve it. Try to solve it, then we will discuss. So here we have a hint also. Just draw the graph of Px, then you can analyze it and then you can answer.
I think, ma'am, it's an odd function.
Okay, don't need to unmute yourself. Just write your answer on the chat box, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Right. So I got some answers. Someone is saying A, B, B and D, D, B, C, A, C, B, C, D. So we have so many answers. So, okay, B, C, B and C, A, B, C. Okay, so let us try to draw the graph first. Can you help me to draw the graph? We have
Yes,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
one or two of them,
Check.
not any everyone.
Ma'am,
Wait, let
minus
me
6.
Eight, 7, 8. Yeah. So first look at the point. This.
Ma'am,
So, yes.
ma'am, if we take the value less than -10, then the value is positive.
Yeah. So this we can take x plus 10 square, right? So when we have for some factor the exponent as even number, then we can say the graph will be something like that in this point, right?
Yes, ma'am, correct.
Yes,
And then, ma'am, it will cross -9 and touch
Yes.
0.
Yes. So it will be something like
Yes, ma'am. It will cross -9 and touch the 0 point. And then cross it all. Then cross 2.
Yes, ma'am. 2, 4.
And cross it from 2, then 4, then 6,
Then 4, then 6, then 8.
then 8. And take it to the down.
Yeah, it will be
As the
something
total
like that.
degree is odd, so it will go from -infinity to +infinity. So this should be correct.
So
What's the function?
yeah, we have
What's
the
the
graph.
odd
Let us
ma'am.
do one by one, right? Let us do one by one. First, let us discuss about the first option. Is it correct? Is it correct or not?
No, ma'am. There are
No.
8 turning
No, ma'am.
points.
So
Okay.
the
We
degree
have
is
8 turning
9.
points, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 turning points,
Ma'am,
right?
can you use some another
Yes,
color to
ma'am.
show the turning points?
But
Can you
yeah,
use
yeah,
another
yeah,
color
sure,
to show the turning?
sure. So this is 1 turning point. This is 2 turning point. This is 3rd one, 4th one, 5th one, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
So we have
Yeah, ma'am.
yeah.
Hello.
So we have 8 turning points, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So this option is wrong. What about this second option? Option B.
Yes, ma'am. It is correct.
Ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
correct. 6,8 में मैम देखिए
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am. First
Not
increasing
correct.
and then decreasing.
Correct.
So option B will be also wrong.
Yeah, according to this graph,
We cannot
Yes.
comment on whether it's increasing or decreasing.
yes,
Ma'am, at
In-
first it
in
is
the-
increasing, then decreasing. So it is wrong.
yeah, in this portion. What about this option?
True.
Yes, ma'am.
No,
Yes,
ma'am.
true.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am, it's
correct.
okay.
You can
Nine
It is
calculate
not
this
symmetrical
P of
about
minus
y
x.
axis.
What will be P of minus x?
Minus p of x in case of odd.
Sure.
Yeah, if it is odd,
It will be 1 by
minus.
Degree
0
of this is minus.
x
Hello, ma'am.
minus 10 square.
Ma'am, the minus is taken outside, right?
Yes.
The minus x minus 10 square. So its minus is taken outside. So 1 by 1000, no, 10,000 becomes positive, right?
No, it's square.
No.
Hello, ma'am.
No,
There
you
we have a
divide
square.
Ma'am,
minus
please
of the
explain
only x.
option C
Here
once.
we have a square, no?
No,
Please
the
explain
first
option
one is
C once.
minus 1 upon 10 raised
Degree
to
of
5.
polynomial is
So that minus
9.
minus become plus for the odd function.
Hello, ma'am.
So see, let us do it. No. minus
Ma'am, you wrote it incorrect. It is minus x minus 10 square, right?
No, we are
X
Minus
plus
is
10
multiplied
square.
now. Minus is
minus x.
multiplied to the x.
We are doing p of
And then
minus.
then it is x plus 10 square.
Let ma'am
Because
explain.
Yes,
I'm not
minus
able
x
is
to
plus 10
understand.
square it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, minus.
We are just putting minus x instead of x. Here we have minus x. If we
okay,
put
got it.
minus x instead of x, then it will be plus x, right? Minus minus will be cancelled out.
Yes, got it. That you are replacing x by minus x
Yes.
because of p of
Yes.
minus x. Okay.
Yeah. For this. So minus
Ma'am,
2.
I have a doubt here. So, but what will
Yes.
happen to the coefficient minus 1 by that 10,000 or like that we need not consider at all? Because the coefficient over here is negative.
Yes. So this is not a problem. We are just replacing x by minus x. We need
So
to find
it
whether
doesn't
the
have any
function.
impact on the end behavior.
No.
The coefficient, if it's negative or positive, it doesn't have any impact on the end behavior.
No. For this case, you just have to put minus x instead of x, okay?
Okay.
She's
What we
asking
know.
the coefficient matters no for n behavior. That is what she's asking. That is
It
matters
doesn't
only.
matter. It doesn't matter because here we don't have any kind of x. No. So if we can take any negative sign from here, then we can multiply with this negative sign, then it will be positive. So if it is not possible, then this is not the case. You don't
No,
need
got
to look at the coefficient. This doesn't matter at all. You just need
So
to
if it was
minus
minus x by 10,000, then it would matter.
Yes. If we have some x here, then it will be minus of x. So it will be minus cancel out, then it will be x by 100, whatever.
Ma'am, even
Okay.
if it, excuse me, ma'am. Even if there was an x outside, it still would be a different function, right? Because when we replace x by minus x
If
inside,
you have,
the roots
see, suppose
the
for
roots are
example,
getting changed.
yeah, suppose for example, if you have some function like that, plus some x squared, then if we put x instead, like minus x in the place of then it will be something like that.
Minus x by 10 plus x square.
Yeah. So we are just putting minus x instead of x, nothing more than that. We don't need to look towards the constant term. Yeah.
Ma'am, one doubt. So if this x minus 8 instead of x minus 8, it was in the question. If it was 8 minus x, then I have to take the negative outside, right? If it was 8 minus x or something like that.
Then you can take it outside. Yeah.
And then that leading term will be positive, right?
Yes.
Ma'am, suppose we are provided just with the graphs, so please teach us how to write the polynomial function with respect to the graph here.
So you need to check the zeros of the functions
Okay.
and the exponent of the zeros. Here it is 1. And then you need to plot the graph.
Ma'am, what about that constant, like 1 by 1 lakhs?
Okay. So for this, if you put x equals to 0, then we can get the y-intercept, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So if you put x equals to 0, then you can get one y-intercept. Then based on the y-intercept, we got to know at which point the graph will cut the y-axis.
But
So here
that
we have
is
the rough
not-
graph also. We don't need to draw it at all. See, here we have the graph. You can see this one also, this graph. I think it is visible.
Yes,
ma'am. Yes, ma'am, it is visible.
Yeah. So this is kind of same which we already draw. No.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So this is 9 minus 9 and so on.
Ma'am, I had a query that can we find the No, whether the function is odd or even by calculating the sum of powers of the equations.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, see, what we know, if we
Hello,
have
ma'am.
f of minus x, yes,
Odd function. Can you explain in Hindi?
no, this is the English session, so I can't explain in Hindi in this session.
Okay, ma'am. Can you
Anyways, you
explain
should
in
be
English?
comfortable in English, no?
Yeah, ma'am. But my English is very weak because I am from
That
village
is
category. I
fine.
am from village.
It will be good for you if you can like start listening this English session. Okay.
Ma'am, can you explain what is odd function?
Okay, that's what I'm saying. If we have a function, if f of x equals to minus fx, then the function is odd function.
Okay.
If f
Ma'am,
of minus x equals to f of x, then the function is even function.
मैम 9 से 0 के बीच में जो है वो माइनस फंक्शन है इट्स इवन फंक्शन एंड आफ्टर दैट -10 to 9 and 2 to 4 and 6, 8 is odd function.
See, we can't break the, here we are not breaking the intervals, okay? We have a function p here. We need to check whether this condition is satisfied or not. If we are getting that p of minus x equals to minus p of x, then only we can say that the p is an odd function. Here they have mentioned that the p is odd function. That means we need to consider the whole domain. We can't restrict the domain here. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So yes.
So, madam, you just one question more. Just to add to it, can you explain, because what would happen if it is an odd function? What if it is
You
even
need to
function?
check the condition only. You have p here, right? You can see the function p. You just need to check whether p of minus x equals to minus p of x. You just need to check this condition, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So you mean to say that all the functions which are odd will be passing from origin. That's
the graph will not touch y-axis, no? Hello?
What?
Yeah. Hello.
Yes.
The graph doesn't have any y-intercepts because the graph is only.
Can you explain the turning points graph?
Turning point, I think I have already explained. These are the turning points. Let me use some another. So these are the turning points for the graph. These are the turning points. This U shapes.
Ma'am?
Yes.
Ma'am, can you just continue that solution that you
No, what I was, may I please intervene?
Yeah. Let
I was telling you that why can't you, because it was already passing from 0, so you can directly say it's an odd function. Why you need to do minus x and x? That's what I wanted.
It is not an odd function. How can you say it is odd function?
This holds for all the x, right? This holds
It's not
for all the x.
symmetrical function.
Yes. Just because it's passing from origin, you can't say it is a odd function or it is a even function. You can't say.
Ma'am, you please continue with that.
You need
minus
to
x
check
plus-
this condition. So let us check this condition first, whether it is satisfying or not. So let us. Okay. So what we have, px equals to this we already have.
Ma'am, in my area, my network issue, so
You are not audible. You are not audible.
Yeah. Ma'am,
So if I
Ma'am,
put
hello,
minus
ma'am.
x instead of yes.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, I interrupt the show. तो लेक्चर को बाद में सकते.
You are not audible. Please write whatever you want to say in the chat box. Okay. So let us
Shivjan,
proceed with the third option. So we are just putting x minus 6 instead of x. Then it will be x minus 10 whole square minus x minus 8 minus x minus 6 minus x minus 4 minus x minus 2 minus x square will be again x square and minus x plus 9. Right? Is it fine? Okay, I will explain the graph
Yeah,
again.
ma'am.
So is
I
it
will
fine?
send,
So from
yes,
here,
ma'am.
if we just simplify this one, is it possible to get minus of px here? Is it possible to get minus of px here?
No,
No, right?
no. Because if we do common also that x plus
Okay.
8 and
X
x plus 6
yeah.
and x plus 4.
Then the intersection point will be minus 2, minus 4, minus 6, minus 8, right?
Yeah.
So this is not possible. So the
Yeah, it's not odd.
polynomial is, yeah, this is not a odd.
So can you just define
then
the odd
can we
function by
say
multiplicities? So what multiplicities can be considered for odd function here?
Like we cannot conclude whether a function is odd or even by looking at its multiplicity.
I
Okay.
can't hear you. Can you repeat?
So so by multiplicities we can define whether this is odd function or not.
No, Elango, you cannot say that.
We need to check the condition. Okay.
The basic idea of odd function and even function is to check the symmetry of the graph.
Yes.
If a function is an odd function, it will be symmetric about origin. If it is even function, it will be symmetric about y-axis. So you cannot say they relate the odd function and even function concept with this. You say this turning point and all. Elango, that's a wrong concept.
Yeah, with this turning point and all, we can't predict it. We need to check this.
Yes.
Ma'am,
So we
one
need
more
to solve
doubt
this
in this
equation
odd.
to arrive at whether the function is odd or even after we
Yes.
substitute minus x in the place
Yes.
of x.
Yes.
Okay.
Ma'am, one question.
Yeah.
If the function is saying odd, if it is not odd, then it is even, or if it is not even,
No,
it is odd. It is something like
it
this,
may
or
be neither odd nor even. It may be neither
Okay, then.
odd. That is that function px, this polynomial, it is neither odd nor even.
okay, now it's clear.
So this is
Because
not.
earlier on the
Also, this doesn't equals
Ma'am,
is
why
not
it is
equal
not
to
odd?
px. Because this not satisfying the condition for to be a odd function. This condition.
Ma'am, is there any possible way we can conclude from the graph itself whether the question is odd or even?
Yes, I said you
someone
can
just
check
said,
the symmetry of the graph. Symmetry of the
Yeah.
graph.
is that reliable for every scenario?
For
Can you
every graph, it
explain
is
this by
reliable.
giving an example?
The entire concept of this odd even is to check the symmetry of the graph only. So you
Got
can,
it.
is
Thank
very
you.
I am not sure about the symmetry. From the symmetry, I don't think we can conclude because if we look, I don't have space here.
Ma'am, we don't have a
So
proper graph over here, ma'am. So we cannot. The symmetry is not defined over here on these type of graph.
Madam, please
But
explain
if
the
you
graph.
No, in
properly,
rough work also, can we conclude by seeing a graph that whether it's
no, no, no,
an
no,
odd
no,
or
no, no,
neither or not?
because
no,
we
no.
have,
In
if
rough, we
we
cannot say.
have a function fx equals to sine x, then it is a odd function, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Because sine
Yes,
of
ma'am.
minus x equals to
Minus
minus
sin
sine
x.
x.
Minus sin x.
Again, we
And
have
cosine is even.
yes, cos of minus x equals to cos x.
Cos
So
x.
this is
Yes,
even
ma'am.
function, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
But if we look at the graph, both will be symmetric. No, sin x graph will be something like that. I think this is not symmetric. And
Yes,
cos
ma'am.
x
So it's symmetric
graph,
about origin, ma'am. You can check. And the cos x is symmetric about y axis.
okay. See, this graph is not symmetric. No.
Ma'am, it is symmetric, ma'am. It is symmetric
Ma'am,
about
it is symmetric,
origin.
ma'am.
No. This is symmetric. Because if we start here, if we just flip this curve with respect to this axis, then this portion and this portion will be a overlapping system, right? Right?
Yes.
But for this,
True, ma'am.
for this graph, if we flip this graph with respect to this y-axis, then is it possible to merge them? Will it be overlapping?
Ma'am, but we don't have to flip it, making this line y-axis, ma'am. That's what I'm saying. Odd function are not symmetric about y-axis. It is symmetric about origin.
That's it what I'm saying. It is an odd function and this is not symmetric. This is an even function and this is symmetric with respect to the y-axis. So this may be a way to find the symmetric and not symmetric, like odd and even function.
Yeah, because
you mean to say
it
odd
says say
function are
that if it is
symmetric to
even,
odd?
then it is symmetric. If it is odd, then it is not symmetric.
Yes. Like
So-
if it is an odd function, then it may not be symmetric with respect to the y-axis. But if it is an even function, then it will be symmetric with respect to y-axis. Because the functional value for x and the functional value for minus x are same. P of x equals to P of minus x, right? For the even function.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah. So for any x here and any minus of x here, we will get the same functional value for y-axis. So
Ma'am,
it will be
sine function is symmetric to the x-axis, no?
This is sine function.
Yes,
But
ma'am.
we need to check the symmetry with respect to y function. Y-axis.
Right.
Okay. You can see, if you can look
Yes,
at
ma'am,
the
it is
graph,
not
you can
symmetric.
see,
Yes, ma'am.
yeah, it will be
It is
negative of the value. If we
Ma'am,
have
it will
x
form a
here,
circle. It will form a circle if we collide both negative and positive part. Whereas in the sign, in the other one,
so this is mandatory.
symmetric.
If a function is even function, then the graph will be symmetric with respect to the y-axis. Okay. Because we can see this property P of x equals to P of minus x. Whenever we have some point x here and minus x here, the functional value will be similar, same.
Yes,
for
ma'am.
y.
Now understood, ma'am.
So it is clear right now, na?
Yes, ma'am. It's clear.
Can you explain
clear.
odd
Ma'am,
also? Even is clear.
is it always
Odd again.
better
One by one, please. Yes.
Ma'am, is it always better if we if we solve like this way to check whether it's even or odd instead of
Yeah,
just
we can
considering
also
graph?
do that. Suppose, see, you whenever you have some graph, you can always do this process to check whether it is odd or even. Otherwise, you can also verify these conditions to determine whether it is odd or even. So again, this is clear. If you see this graph, this is clear. This is not symmetric with respect to the y-axis, right? This is some different graph. This is some different graph. So obviously, this is not symmetric with respect to y-axis. So from the graph also, we can say this is not a odd function. Sorry, even not an even function. Also, this is not an odd function because if you have something here, if it is odd function, then you will have some similar kind of graph in the positive side, like this. Sorry, like this.
Excuse me.
Okay. Okay.
Yes,
Am I
ma'am.
clear
Ma'am,
with my
next
point?
option. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. So the next option is Px is 1 to 1 when x is in the interval 8 infinity.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
can
This
see
option
the
is
graph.
correct.
Okay. So obviously for different point, we can find different functional values, right? This. So it will be 1 to 1. This is also clear from the graph, right?
Madam, please explain that graph, how you have plotted that points and all that.
Okay. So I think I had already explained it. So
Ma'am, in open session you did.
Yes.
Yeah, you have done.
So, see, you have the point here, x plus 10 to the power 2 square. If we have a even exponent here, then you will get something like that at that point. If we have a linear power just 1, then the graph will cross the point at once like that. If we have so we have 0, we have -9, we have -2, sorry, +2, 4, 6, 8. That's why we take this graph. This is for -10, this is for -9, this is for 0, this is for 2, this is for 4, for 6, and for 8. And then we can plot the graph according to the zeros of the graph. Fine. I think, yeah, we already covered how to plot the graph in the open session. Also, there is a recorded lecture, and the previous session was also recorded. So you can look it once in the YouTube.
Okay,
Whether
okay, madam.
Yeah.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, is there any way to find the number of turning points like just like that? Like because x square, x minus 2 the whole square and x plus 2 to the power 5 and all
You
like
can
the
find the maximum number of turning point.
huh.
You have the boundary because it will be 1 lesser than the degree, the total degree of the polynomial. This is the maximum number of turning point. And if you plot the graph, then you can say about the exact turning point.
Okay, ma'am,
This
because in
also
the
I explained in the previous session. So you can check the recorded lecture, okay? It was live streaming, so you can check it on the YouTube.
Ma'am, I have a doubt, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, regarding this proving these type of function as 1, ma'am. Like in earlier, in 11, 12, when we were dealing with quadratic equation and cubic equation, we used to substitute the value of f of x1 equals to f of x2, and we used to prove that x1 equals to x2, hence it is 1, 1. But here, ma'am, we are simply taking a notion that the interval given over here, 8 to infinity, no value will be there which will repeat the value, the function. But if there are intervals, ma'am, like in graded assignment, there is one question which the interval is a little bit complex, -infinity to 4, and then union is taken from 4 to infinity. In that,
if we
yes,
have
ma'am.
some interval like that, suppose -infinity to 9
-4,
and
yes, ma'am.
8 to infinity, then you
Yes,
will consider the graph from here to here and then from here to here. You can draw this separately.
Ma'am, but looking at the graph, we cannot make a observation that it is 1, 1 or not.
Yeah,
why not?
Why not? We can make
horizontal line.
Here we have 8 to infinity. So from here the graph is 1, 1. If we take this line, then this is not 1, 1, and the point is this is 6, this is 4. If we take the interval from 4 to infinity, then the graph will not be 1, 1 because we have this as a functional value.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
From graph also we can make the
I basically took the derivative, ma'am. Derivative is always positive or negative.
Yeah, also there. From derivative we can also say, but
Yes,
from graph
derivative is for maximum, minimum.
Yes, it is double derivative.
From derivative, no, the thing is from derivative, we can say whether the function is monotonically increasing or decreasing. So we have a result. Yeah, if we have a function monotonically increasing, then we will have a graph something like that or something like that, right?
Yes.
Then again, it will be a 1, 1 function. This is not direct, but indirectly we can say whether it is on or not. Because if the function is either monotonically
it's not a function only. Ma'am, it's not a function.
अरे वो example दे रही है भाई.
Yes, this is just an example.
Yep.
Just for a monotonically increasing or decreasing function. So I think let us look the next question. So yeah, try to solve this one. Given that m, n, and p are the root of the polynomial, this is the given polynomial, and the sum is 0. So find the value of m squared plus n squared plus p squared.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yes.
Ma'am, for in the graded assignment, we have like questions as x minus 1 the whole square into x minus 2 into x plus 3 into x plus 4 and so on till x plus 7. So how do we multiply those and then find the turning points?
Yeah, that you can do. I will not say you it right now because I have already covered those things in the previous session. So you should look at least once. Okay. How to multiply the factors and how can you predict about the graph and all. We have already covered these things. And about graded assignment, I can't say anything right now.
Okay,
After
ma'am.
your deadline, if you have problem, then we can discuss. But right now we can discuss about it. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. No problem.
Yeah. So this is the third question. Please write your answer on the chat box. This is a pretty simple question. Don't take it seriously. So this is a pretty simple question. Just you have to do some simple calculations. Just recall the concept you know about zeros and roots of a polynomial. We have the polynomial px equals to x cubed plus 5x minus 10. And these three are roots. So what we can conclude from here? So we have one answer, which is 30. Next. You are not audible. Yeah, you are not audible.
Ma'am, please show me the option.
You can write whatever you want to say in the chat box because I can't hear you. You are not audible.
Ma'am, I'm even facing problems factorizing this equation.
Okay. So I think you should look the last session at least once. I covered all the things which you are asking right now. So we will get the recorded streaming in the Maths One YouTube channel, I guess. So please have a look. So we have a option 0, 30. Okay. We have 0, 30. Any other answer? Any other answer? Okay, again 0. So many of you are saying 0 is the answer. P ABC equals to 30. You need to find m cube plus n cube plus q cube.
It's coming in something under root of 3 or something.
Yeah, you can factor someone is asking, ma'am, is there any other way to solve cubic equation except of hit and trial method? Yeah, you can just like factorize it. Otherwise, if you can assume the root as alpha, beta, gamma, then equate the equation as x minus alpha, x minus beta, x minus gamma into some constant term. Then just calculate this, break it, simplify it, and just equate both sides. Then you can also find the roots. These are the two possible ways. Okay, let us now solve this one. So we have that m and p are the roots of the polynomial. So if we have the roots of the polynomial p, then it will satisfy the polynomial, right? It will satisfy the polynomial.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we have m cube plus 5m minus 10 equals to 0. N cube plus 5m minus 10 equals to 0. P cube plus 5p minus 10 equals to 0. This three we already have, right? Along with that, we have given that sum of the roots is 0. That means m plus n plus p equals to 0, right? This 4 equation we have. Now, if we just sum this 3, just sum this 3, then what we will get? M cube plus 5m minus 10 plus n cube plus 5n minus 10 plus p cube plus 5p minus 10 equals to 0, right? So we can simplify this as m cube plus n cube plus p cube plus, if I take 5 as common, then we have m plus n plus p minus 10 minus 10 minus 10, right? So this is equals to 0 that we have given. So we have m cube plus n cube plus p cube equals to 30. So it was pretty simple, right? So the answer is 30. Not 0, not minus 30. The answer is 30. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, how many more questions to go?
Just
Ma'am,
two
I had a
questions.
different approach.
Okay, you can share it with us.
Ma'am, can I share the picture?
You just say with the lines. I will write here.
Ma'am, I have
You can share your screen.
my
You
screen.
can take a screenshot and share in the chat box.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Yeah, and sorry. Yeah, and Q. So we have the next question. This is our next question. You can start solving this question and write your answer on the chat box. This is visible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, it's visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, let's try to solve this question. There is one hint also. You can use the hint to solve it. So yeah. Okay. So what you did, this is also fine. There is no problem with that. But this
Okay,
is
ma'am.
pretty complex, no? We can
Yes,
solve it in
yes,
the
ma'am.
simpler way.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So always you need to choose the simpler path, right?
Okay,
This
ma'am.
is also correct. You can approach in this way, but you need to save your time. So you need to choose the simpler path, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Otherwise, there is no problem with the approach.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. So we have some x equals to 12, 12. So many of you are saying it's 12. Okay. So yeah, we can start solving. We have two rows, R1 and R2, to carve this and this. So you can find the intersecting point, right? What will be the intersecting point? We have
The
x
solution of the
11 and 13.
11, 13. And?
Hmm.
And?
Here also the 11 and 13.
Okay. So let us look. Suppose the intersecting point is x, then at that point, f and g will be equal, right? Right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So from here, what we can do is put the value of f, 11 square minus x minus 13 square, that is equals to minus x minus 11. Sorry, this is multiplication. So from here, x minus 11 square, x minus 13 square, plus x minus 11, x minus 13 equals to 0, right? Right?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So we can take x minus 11 as common, x minus 13 as common, and then it will be x minus 13 plus 1, that is x minus 12, right? So it will be the simpler version. Then you can see the x equals to 11, 12, 13.
Ma'am, why
Right?
not x is equals to 10?
Why it should be equals to 10? Why?
Because when we cross it from x minus 11 square, x minus 13 square, from x minus 11, x minus 13, we get x minus 11 into x minus 13 equals to minus
Sorry,
1.
okay.
And when we put 0 in both the cases,
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. So it was x minus.
Ma'am,
My fault. Yes.
ma'am, isn't it
It is
isn't it graded assignment question?
No.
See, this all question we have gone through, this is similar to graded assignment. The questions start
Yeah.
from 1, right?
It was
Every week
similar,
it is
not
same. Yes.
Yeah.
In
Every week
graded
this is
assignment,
same.
in graded
Yeah, there
assignment, there
is
is only
difference in the numbers.
the square is
Numbers are
missing over
different.
there. X minus 13 square is not there. It's just x minus 13.
Yeah.
Bro, every
So
week same, no?
It's fine. 3 marks.
+1.
So what will be the root? You can just calculate this one and just tell me what will be
That
the
is
root.
coming 2x.
Yes. Just calculate this one. Just simplify this one.
Ma'am, it's coming x minus 12 whole square. So it would eventually be 12 only. Yeah.
X minus
12 whole square.
12 whole square.
Yeah.
Okay. So the factor will be x minus 11, x minus 30, and x minus 12 whole square. that is equals to 0. That means x equals to 11, 12, 13, right?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, in the second line where you have written x minus 12 square multiplied by x minus 13 square is equals to minus x minus 11 into x minus 13. Can't we just cancel out the x minus 11 to the x minus 11 whole square and x minus 13 to the x minus 13 square? I mean, it's a fundamental
no,
thing.
no,
I
no,
think
no,
I'm
no,
going
no.
wrong, but
Yeah,
I'm not able to understand.
No. We can cancel out only when we know that the value is non-zero, right? Only when we know the value is non-zero. It can be 0 also. If it is 0, then we can't cancel it out.
Ma'am, I'm unable to understand. Can you explain further?
Suppose we have some AB equals to CD, CD,
Yes, ma'am.
AB, then we can cancel A out if only if A is not equals to 0.
Okay.
Okay. If A equals to 0, then we can't cancel it out. Here, we can't cancel this two terms because we are equating x minus 11 to be equals to 0, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So x equals to 11. X equals to 11 is also one of the possibilities. So we can't cancel it out from the both sides.
So, ma'am, we take it on outside like x is equals to 11 is one of the root. I have considered it. Now I am cancelling this out. So it's
Yes.
not okay.
If you just take it out, then you will get this equation. You can notice if we cancel it out with this, then again we will get the same equation. Okay.
Ma'am, I
your
got the
doubt is
three.
clear.
Hello, ma'am. Can you please explain the concept behind it? Like why we are taking 12 and not 11 and 13?
What?
Ma'am, can you please explain the concept behind it? Like why we taking 12?
No, we are taking all 11, 12, and 13.
Among
All are
11
there.
and 13.
We have taken
No,
all
all
the
are
roots.
there.
Yeah, we are taking all the roots. Yes. So let us look the next question. What will be
Hello,
the
ma'am.
x coordinate? Yes.
Ma'am, I sent a question in chat box.
Yeah, let us finish the question first. Then we will see
Can
all
you please
the.
explain the last?
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last one bit confusing. Till last it was fine.
Last
the
one?
last step which you take common, ma'am. Can you please explain it once? Also, it is not clear. In fact, it is yes.
Okay. So the thing is, here we have the equation, right?
Yeah.
Here we have a minus sign. So we
Yeah,
are
we have transposed it.
we are taking all the values in one side and we're equating is as 0. We can do that.
Yes, ma'am. It makes.
Yeah. Then we are taking x minus 11 and x minus 13 from both the components. Is it fine?
Okay. Yeah, that's
Common. We are taking x minus 11 and x minus 13 as common. This we took as common. Then we have left x minus 11, x minus 13 from here plus 1 from here.
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
Is it fine now?
Yes, ma'am.
Then if we calculate this one, then we will get this x minus 12 whole square. Okay.
That
And
part.
from this line, we will get the root. Fine.
So that part only can you derive and write it somewhere?
Okay, this is pretty simple
You
calculation,
need
no?
to just equate
Yeah,
the
you
x
need to
minus
just
11
break
equal
the
to 0,
interval and
x
calculate.
minus 13 equal to 0.
Yes.
A quadratic will be
Yeah,
formed
got
in a
it. Okay,
further
okay.
quadratic.
I think I don't need to calculate this.
No, ma'am.
No,
Don't need
ma'am.
to
It's
calculate
No,
that,
ma'am,
ma'am.
it's okay.
Yeah. It's pretty simple. Okay, so we got the root as 11, 12, and 30. I think up to this is fine. Now, what is it saying? What will be the x coordinate of the third aspirational district if the first two are at x intercept of f and g? So, we have 3 points. So what will be the x-intercept of f and g? We can find this, right? If we equate fx
Yes,
equals to 0
Yes,
and gx equals to 0, then we can find some roots.
Yes, ma'am, that is 11 and 13. We can
11 and 13.
clearly see.
Okay, so this two are x-intercept of 0, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
11,
ma'am.
13 years.
Yeah. The third one we have, that is 12. Right?
Yes.
Right?
Yes, ma'am.
So there,
Yes, ma'am.
here is they just need the x coordinate of the third one. So is it fine if I give 12 as the answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Got it, ma'am.
Because
Got
we
it.
need the x coordinate, right? We don't need the
Ma'am,
y coordinate.
ma'am, outside this question, there is one more question for this one.
Okay.
How we can plot the graph of that?
Again,
How it looks? How the graph looks?
Again, it will be similar, right? The simple, if you have fx equals to x minus 11 square, x minus 13 square, right?
Yes.
So if you have, we have 11, we have 13 here.
Mm-hmm.
It will look something like that at the point 11
Mm-hmm.
and something like that at the point 13, right?
Yes.
Then it will be something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Fine?
Yes.
X equals to 12.
And x equal
X
to
equals
12.
X equals to 12 means just this line.
Because
No,
it's
we just
coming at
found
x
the x
minus 12
coordinate.
equal to square. It's x minus 12.
It's x
Okay.
minus 12
So
square.
if you have x equals to
Yeah.
12, this is the x coordinate. And you just, if you want to find the y coordinate, if you can put x equals to 12 at any of the graph,
Okay,
then
okay.
we
Got
will
it.
get the y coordinate. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So I think this is fine for you now.
Yes,
This
ma'am.
is clear.
Yes,
no?
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Clear. Next question.
Yeah. So this is the last question. Try to solve it.
I'm just thinking about that what you mentioned. If you put 12 x equal to 12, then we'll get y coordinate. Then is it called as root? Because it should be x intercept.
No, 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 no,
It
no,
should
no.
not be y
No,
intercept.
no, 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 no.
Y coordinate.
This is not root. This is not root. X equals
Because
to
x
12
equal
is
Could you
just
explain my
the
question?
x equals to 12 is just the x coordinate of the intersection point.
Okay. Okay. So it's
Yeah.
not a root actually.
So
It's
no,
just
no, no,
a
no. This is not a
okay.
root. If you have this, suppose this is your f graph. Suppose this is your y graph. Suppose this is your point P and the x coordinate is 12. Y coordinate may be something which you can
Yeah. Okay.
like find.
Okay, ma'am. Yeah, got it. Yeah. Thanks.
So yeah, let us now solve the next question. Take your time, solve it, and put the answer on the chat box.
Ma'am, what is SST?
SSP means
Some squared error.
Ma'am,
transfer
It was
error.
done week 1, I guess.
ma'am,
No?
could you explain my question?
Big
ma'am?
4 and a big 3. Big
I
3.
Hello,
can't
ma'am.
hear.
A
One
big
by
3.
one, please, I can hear you. Yes?
Hello,
Me too,
ma'am.
bro.
Could you explain my question, ma'am?
Hello, ma'am. Till the time you explain the question I've sent you at the start of the meeting.
See,
Ma'am,
you
I
have just 2
also
minutes to
said.
solve the question.
What,
This
ma'am?
is the last question. Let me first do this, then I will pick your doubts.
No, till the time you are giving everyone time to solve this question, they'll be solving this question and you solve it. We have given them time to solve the question now.
But
Okay,
we need
okay,
the
okay.
values to calculate SSC, right?
Yes, yes.
So can you please take my question?
Yeah, I will take your question. Don't worry, I will definitely take your question. First do that question, then I will take your question.
Ma'am, I have no idea of some squared error.
You need to see sum square error, just you need to find the errors. Suppose U1, E2, and then you need up to En, and then you need to square it and sum it. This is the method say.
How do I find the error? I mean, what do you find that?
See, you have x, you have fx.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
from here you can find the error.
Okay, I'll try.
We have the graph also. I will solve it. Don't worry, I will solve it. Okay, so we have n equals to
Ma'am,
2,
here
n equals to
for y minus 2, they have given two values of x.
okay. Yeah, that there is no problem with that. You can proceed with that also.
Okay, ma'am.
So we have so many answers. Maximum you are saying it's -2 and some of you are saying it's 2. Okay, so we have two answers, 2 and -2. We have the function fx equals to x cubed plus 3x squared. So we can find when x equals to -3, if I put f of -3 will be -27 plus 27 plus, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. If x equals to -2, then what is or f? F of -2 is actually equals to f.
4 plus
4 plus
n.
n. When x equals to -1, then f of -1 will be -1 plus 3 plus n. This is again 4 plus n, right?
Ma'am, 2 plus n, that is -1 plus 3.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, right. 2 plus n. So it is 8 when x equals to 0. The f of 0 will be n, right?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So what will be the SSE? N square?
Square of this and the sum of it.
Yes. Plus 2 plus n square plus n square, right? And if we simplify this, what will be? N square here, n square plus 8n plus 16 plus n square plus 4n plus 4, right? So it will
Yes.
be 4n square
Plus 12n plus 20.
plus 12n plus. So we can take 4 as common, right?
Yes, so that's n square plus 3n plus 10.
So you can look that this is equation of a parabola, right? This is a parabola, right?
Excuse me,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am,
Excuse
it's
me,
a
ma'am.
parabola.
Ma'am, in
Ma'am, I have
SSE,
one doubt. the SSE should be like f of x minus y the whole square, right? Like
Yeah, I
Yes.
was asking that too.
Yes, it should
I
be
mean,
Yes, ma'am.
-2 minus n whole square plus 2 minus like this y minus f of x whole square summation of
basically
y
we
minus.
should first subtract the estimated values, right? Then only
Okay,
we
right,
would
right, right, right.
further
Sorry,
square
sorry.
it.
Yeah. You're correct. Yeah, yes, you're correct. You're correct. So this is our functional values, and we have the values given here. So we need to do like find the errors. So the error one will be n minus 2, right? This
Yes.
n
Yes.
minus 2.
Ma'am, n
No, I
plus
think
2.
it will be n plus 2, minus
N
of
N
plus
minus
2.
2.
And minus of
Yeah.
minus 2.
Yes. Error 2 will be this. Again, it will be n plus 2, right?
Yes, finally.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Error 3 will be again n plus 2 because we are taking 0. And error 4 will be again n plus 2, right?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So
Minus
where
of.
the difference?
Minus.
No. Why minus n? N
So
plus
minus 2 minus n or
minus or
n.
minus 2.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. So the four errors are same, right? So it will be 4 n plus 2 square, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is the question of a parabola, right? And here the 4, this is positive. So the parabola will be upward and the vertex
Yes,
will be
ma'am.
minus 2, 0, right? Which is this. So we will have some parabola like that, no?
And ma'am, intercept will be minus 2.
Yes. So
Ma'am,
this will be
How do we know that it is
Or-
going to be -2?
No, 16.
Because it's a
because
0.
this is 0, no?
Okay, got it.
Yeah. So
Ma'am, how
if we
did
have
16
the
come?
form, if we have the form, this, then we have A dash, B dash as a vertex. Okay. This is another form for
Yes,
parabola.
ma'am. And how did you find the y-intercept at 16?
So if you just put x equals to 0 here, just x equals to 0 here, then it will be 2 square
Yes,
into
ma'am.
4, right?
4 into 4,
4
16. Yes, ma'am. Got it.
Yeah. Then what will be the minimum? We need the minimum, right? What will be the minimum here? Minus 2, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. The
So,
vertex.
yeah. So the answer is minus 2. Fine.
Ma'am, in qualifier, the question related to this SST will come. Is there chances? I mean, in the previous year
Yeah, bro.
question, we had saw the least.
You need to solve the question in similar manner, okay?
How to find even
One by one, please. One by one, please.
Hello.
Yes.
Ma'am, how did you get that n plus 2 part? Can you please explain that?
N plus 2?
Yeah, that E1 equal to n plus 2, E2 equal to n plus 2. I didn't
Okay.
get that.
So error 1 is basically, this is this is our first point, right? So if we put the value x equals to minus 3 here in the equation, then we will get the functional value as n, right? And here we have given that the functional value of x is minus 2.
Oh,
So we need to find the error. That's why we're just doing like we're subtracting n like this, like f of minus 3 minus this functional value.
oh,
That is how we can find the errors, right? This is the formula for errors, right? If you
okay.
have a as absolute value and some relative value, if you have, then error we can
Yes, ma'am.
find
Got
as
it.
modulus of a minus r, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
So yeah, after that I have Now I will try to cover your doubts. So you can now post your doubts on the
Ma'am, I have
chat.
given you some in the chat box.
Okay, okay. So let me check it.
And finally, here the right that all and
Yes.
finally the answer was E1 equal to n plus 2 everything.
-2.
Okay, everything n plus 2. Are we adding that everything?
Yeah, we're doing the SSE. That means we're taking the square, then we are adding them. After taking the square, we are adding them. Then the 4 terms will be n plus 2 square, and hence we can get 4 into n plus 2 square, which is a equation of a parabola. And we know
Okay. 4
if it
into n
a
plus 2.
parabola is in the upward direction, then the minimum point is the vertex.
Okay, now understand. I thought you taken the 4 as a common. Okay.
Okay, so here we
Ma'am,
have
you saw the question.
yes, yes, yes. So from where you took this question?
Ma'am, it is from PYQ. I have sent you an option that I am confused about. That how is this option wrong? According to me, this option should be correct. So can you please check it?
Okay. So what is your, can you send me all the options? Okay, you just want to know why the option is wrong, right?
Yes, ma'am. Why is it wrong? I know the solution and everything, but I'm not unable to understand why is that particular option wrong.
Okay, let me look the question first.
Yes, ma'am. It's above that.
Okay, so we have roller coaster, which is in the shape of a parabola. F of x equals to x squared minus mx plus 1. We have the parabola.
No, no, ma'am. We need not to find m or something in the equation.
So that's fine. I'm just trying to plot the graph actually.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay. So maybe something like that. Maybe it will be something like that. The point is m by 2, 1 minus m by 2 also. So the vertex. We have x minus 3. That means
And ma'am, how did you plot this? How did you find this comma m by 2 comma 1 minus m by 2 square as the
this is
vertex
again
of
in
this?
the form, right? This is again in the form, right? X minus a dash square plus b. So this is our b. This is our a dash.
Okay, okay. Whole square method.
Fine. So
Whole
we
square
have
method, na ma'am?
yes, yes.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, continue.
So y minus 3 plus x y equals to 0. That means its point will be something like that. So what is your option?
If the discriminant of fx minus gx is equal to 0, must be greater than 0.
Okay. Then the we have this equation. So if the discriminant of this must be greater than 0, okay? Okay. So what is the discriminant of this one?
B square minus 4ac, then m plus 1 whole square.
So this is a D.
Yes, ma'am. M plus
Okay,
1 whole square. Minus
this
4,
square.
minus 16. M plus 1 whole square minus 16.
4 into 4, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is m square plus 2m plus 1 minus 16, which is m square plus 2m minus 15.
Ma'am, wouldn't we take the negative sign for the coefficient of x minus bracket m plus 1?
Yeah, if you take the square, then it will be again plus, right? That's
But
why I
ma'am, the
haven't
negative sign is out of the outside of the bracket, so it would be like minus m square minus 2m minus 1.
So b square. So if you do b square of that negative sign, it will be plus minus
No,
m plus 1 square is m
D
plus
is
1.
itself this minus of m plus 1.
Yeah, that's
This
why.
is a,
If you do square, it's same.
so yeah, we are
Positive.
taking the square, no? So it will be plus again.
Okay, ma'am.
So this is our discriminant. If it is greater than 0, then what we can conclude from here?
Then there exists a root for this particular equation.
Yes, we can find the root. So what will be the root here?
Distinct and real.
If it's greater than 0,
Okay,
then
no,
they are
we can
distinct.
say that this is distinct and real. That is fine. So what will be the roots here?
Minus 5 plus 3.
Minus 5 and plus 3.
So you can say m is greater than minus 5. M is greater than 3, right?
Yes, ma'am. Then m is greater than 3.
So m is greater than 3 is actually greater than 0.
So here, if we have m is greater than minus 5, then what we can say about the figure? Here, if we take minus 4 by 2, minus 2, and it will be 1 minus 4 by 2, that means it is 2 minus 4 is minus 2. So minus 2 minus 3 as vertex. Minus 2 minus 2. Something. No. So it will be something like that. And this line will be. So what will be the y-intercept then? What will be the y-intercept then? If we put x equals to 0, the y-intercept is
1.
Sorry.
The constant value.
1,
Yes.
1.
Y equals to this is 1.
Minus 15, na?
Yeah, this is 1. Okay, so we have this. This is our x. And what is this point? This is y equals to 1. And what about this point? What about this point?
Ma'am, which one?
Color is not, we can't see which one you are asking. Color wise.
This point.
Ma'am, this one where
Zero,
y is
actually
0.
If we just put y equals to 0, then we will get. Take m as minus 4.
X intercepted.
So see, If we have m equals to -4, that means we have y equals to x square plus 4x plus 1. If we just put here y equals to 0, what will be the value of x? Four plus minus 2 over 12 by 2, right?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
this will be -2 plus
12.
minus root 3.
Ma'am, it's not rational.
Yes?
They are not a rational root.
No, this is rational root, but this is real number, right? So we don't have any problem with that. So -2 minus root 3, that means it will be, this is our -2 minus root 3, and this is -2 plus root 3. This is -2 plus root 3. And if we have 3 here, it will be greater than this. Then the line will be something like that. So this parabola and this line, they are not intersecting here, no?
Yes, ma'am, they are not intersecting.
Yeah. So I think in this problem, you need the line and the parabola, they are intersecting. So if you take this values for m, then this line and this
Ma'am, it
parabola.
says if the entire structure will collapse if the roller coaster touches the line. It means if they intersect, then the roller coaster will collapse.
Yes. So in this case, this parabola is not touches the line, right? There
Yes,
is a
ma'am.
gap between the line and
There
the
is a
parabola.
gap.
Yeah. So we don't need the gap, right? We need that the line something here or something here, right?
No, ma'am, we need the gap. We need the gap. If there is no gap, then the roller coaster will collapse.
Yes. So what is the option? If we make the gap, do not collapse. Okay.
Where are the options mentioned?
So what was your question?
Ma'am,
Okay,
the
this
option I
collapse
gave
of
you
the
is
roller
wrong. I
coaster
want to know
touches the
why is
line.
it wrong.
This collapse if the line touches the roller coaster, okay, and this do not collapse, then the determinant greater than 0. Okay, if the determinant is greater than 0, then this do not touches the line. So this do not collapse. Yeah. Okay. This is from your practice assignment, right?
Ma'am, I found it in one of the previous years. I don't know the exact year, but I found it.
Okay, this should be correct then because the line is not touching it. If we take -2 minus root 2
And
plus
someone
root
sent an explanation that if the discriminant is greater than 0, roots will exist and therefore it means the two expression will intersect and the roller coaster will collapse. So,
what? Can you repeat it?
Ma'am, someone has sent the explanation that if the discriminant is greater than 0, then roots will exist and therefore it meant the two expressions will intersect and the roller coaster will collapse.
Okay. No, we're taking the root in this interval. This should be same actually. Both the explanation should be same.
Ma'am, the thing is, when we find the intersection, we usually equals, right? So basically,
Yes.
when we equals, the roots of that new expression gives us the value where it's intersecting. So if that basically this fx minus gx is fx is equals to gx, right? We just put the
Yes.
gx in the LHS.
Uh-huh.
So now if the roots will exist, that it means it will touch, it will intersect, but we
Yes.
have to prevent
Yes.
that. So
Yes.
preventing that, it means the discriminant must be less than
There
0.
should
And if
not
you
be
would,
any root, right?
So that means the D discriminant should be less than 0, hence the option is wrong. And it also, it's like when we derive the formula y is equals to mx plus c, when the circle touches the tangent
So
line, we
if
also
the
doing that,
discriminant is
right?
greater than 0, that means there are real roots, right?
Yeah,
That
there are
means
real roots. It means the line will intersect at 2 points.
okay, see, I got the point. I got the point.
Yeah.
Here they have asked that then the discriminant must be greater than 0. So we have point with that must be word. Because if the discriminant is even equals to 0, then the graph also touches, like the line also touches the parabola, right?
Yeah, then it would be a tangent to it. And when
Yes.
it would be less than 0, it means it would not touch at all.
Yeah. So less than 0 is not our case. But if the discriminant is greater equals to 0 even, then also we can like if it is not strictly greater than 0, if simply it is equals to 0, then also we can say that the line touches the parabola, right?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
in
Yeah,
this
ma'am.
option we have problem with the word must be.
Ma'am, it would be
No,
less
ma'am.
than
The
0.
discriminant should be less than 0, ma'am.
Yeah.
No. Not less than
Ma'am,
0.
we
This
have
may
to,
be equal to 0. This may be equal to 0. Not greater, not exactly greater than 0. This may be greater equals to 0. Okay.
ma'am, we got to prevent from intersecting. Not we don't have to intercept them. We have to prevent it from
Ma'am, in the
intersecting.
question it's written if they intersect, then the roller coaster will collapse. We have
Yeah, so we have to
In this
prevent
option,
intersecting them.
listen. In this option, they ask the structure do not collapse. Then, if the structure do not collapse, then the parabola and the line they intersect. Like they do not intersect, right?
Yes, ma'am.
No, they said
For
the
the
discriminant
structure
must be
not to
greater than 0.
collapse, they should not intersect.
If they intersect, then it will collapse, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
So if it is not collapsing, then it will the parabola and the line they will not intersect, right?
Yeah, they shouldn't intersect. Then only
Ma'am,
it will
I
not
just
collapse.
Then
I
we
found that
will not
question.
able to find any real root.
Yeah,
This is
so
the
we have to
confusion,
make
right?
it less than 0. Yeah. So we have to make D less than 0 so that it won't intersect or it won't collapse. And in the option, it's like if we won't intersect, then the D should be greater than 0. But that's opposite, right? So that's why the option is wrong.
Ma'am, I have just put
But
the
if it
question.
is
What exactly the
but if
question
it
is
is
with the
equal
options.
to 0, see, but if it is equals to 0, then also we can find a real root, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Check the
That's
chat.
the
Yes, ma'am.
thing
And
we are
real root
saying
Ma'am,
less
states
than
that
0.
there is a point of
One by
Ma'am,
intersection.
can you
Ma'am,
check
by
the
one.
chat window? Can you check the chat window? There is actual options are also there. I have just
Okay,
posted that
yeah.
with the screenshot. You can see the question with the
You
options.
share it
So
with
then
me.
it's easy. It's there on the chat window. The chat.
Yes.
Ma'am, the whole point is if we find a real point where these two intersect, then the structure will
Okay,
collapse,
let
and we have to prevent.
let me view the options one.
Yes, ma'am.
First option is if F and G touches each other at a point, then F equals to G at that point. Yeah, this is correct. First option is correct, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Option 1 is correct. So option 2 is if I need to make sure the structure do not collapse. If the structure do not collapse, that means the parabola and the line they do not intersect, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, they should not
That
intersect.
means we don't have any real root.
Yes, ma'am.
There doesn't exist any real root.
Real root. So the discriminant must be less than 0.
So the discriminant must be
Must
less
be
than
less than 0.
Yes.
So this option is correct.
Yeah. So this is
And,
correct. Now the
and the
third
last two
option,
are wrong. Yes, ma'am.
yes, do not collapse, then this must be equals to 0. And this is wrong, right?
Yes, ma'am.
The
This is
third
wrong
option?
because then a single root will exist.
Yes. And the fourth option is okay, then this must be greater than 0.
Then two real root will exist.
Yes.
So this is also wrong.
Wait. Okay. There is no real root. Okay, that means. Okay. The third option is right or wrong? What is in the
Ma'am, wrong.
this
Because
is
then
wrong, right?
there will exist a single point, na?
Yes. So the fourth option should also be wrong, right?
Yes, ma'am, that is also wrong.
Yes. So what is the
Yes,
problem
ma'am.
here?
No, ma'am. With this whole discussion, I was able to understand that fourth was wrong. Before that, I was thinking, why is it wrong? So now I understood. Thank you.
Okay. Now we got it, right?
Yes, ma'am. Now I got it. Ma'am, because
Okay.
and ma'am, one more question I have sent you, ma'am. In this question, I only unable to understand the question. I can solve it, but here it is written x mod 3. What does that mean?
Okay, let me check.
Yes, ma'am. It's okay.
Yes. So there is one, I don't know where whoever is posted it. Question. There is some set A, B, C. So you need to find the cardinality. Is this the question?
Yes, ma'am. This is the question. In ABC, written x mod 3 equals to 0 and 1. I'm unable to understand this language.
Okay,
X mod.
x mod 3 equals to 0. That means 3 divides x.
And
That
1?
means x equals to some k3 where k belongs to integer.
And 1 also, 0 and 1. Yeah. Okay, 1 is in a range. Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bas
So if we have the set A, x belongs to natural number such that
then it
x
is 3.
mod 3 equals to 0 and this is the boundary for x,
Yes.
then we can predict the set. This will not be, this is 3, 6,
3, 6,
9,
9, 12, 15, so
21,
Till
21. Yes, ma'am.
24, till 24, right?
Okay, ma'am. Now I can solve this question. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Yes. Okay.
Ma'am, I'm waiting
That is a
from half an
reminder,
hour.
right?
Please
X
take my
mod 3
question.
is a reminder.
One by one, please. One by one. Yes.
That is
Please
reminder,
take
ma'am.
my
X mod.
question. I sent already in chat
Someone
box.
send it a question. Question in a, can you take a screenshot and share it with me?
Ma'am, I already sent a screenshot in above.
Okay.
Assume the ball is thrown by a building or a point.
Okay, so there is one. Okay, there is one ball from the point 0, 4.
Yes, ma'am.
So we have a graph.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is 4. This is our 0, 4 point. So from here we are showing a ball, and this is the path for the ball. Okay.
Ma'am, where is the question you are discussing?
Yes.
Okay.
This is in the chat box. Okay, maybe
Yes, ma'am.
you shared it, Abhishek. Maybe you shared it with me personally. Can you share it with
No,
everyone?
ma'am.
No, it is there in
sent
the chat
both.
box. It is there
Ma'am,
in the
found
chat
it,
box.
found it. It was
Okay,
above.
okay. So they're given that the maximum height is 6. This is 6. Now, the ball which is it returned to the height of 4 meter after 2 seconds. So if we take the x-axis as time, so after 2 seconds, it reaches to 4 meter. Okay. Here. This is 4, right? So the point for this point, the y coordinate again it will be 4 and time is 2. That means this coordinate of this point is 2, 4, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So let h equals to h of t equals to 80 square plus bt plus c. This is the graph of this parabola. So the quadratic function that represents the height of the ball after t second. Okay. So this is our second and this is the height. So what is the value of a plus b plus c? Okay. We have this point on the graph. This height equals to 4 when time equals to 2, right? If we put this value in this equation, we will get one that a 2 square plus b into 2 plus c. This point, that means 4 equals to a into 0 square plus b into 0 plus c.
And then we can find c is 4 because it's given that 0, 4.
Yeah. From this we have c equals to 4. So we can put this value here. Then we will get 4a square plus 2b equals to 0, right? From here, then 2a
Ma'am,
square.
only 4a.
What?
Not a square. It's only 4a, not 4a square.
Yeah. Sorry. Yes, it's only 4. Yeah. So we have this equation.
Ma'am, why you have put t is equal to 0?
Because this point is on the parabola, right?
Yes,
0,
ma'am.
4. So this is
Yes,
y
ma'am.
coordinate, this is x coordinate. I'm
Okay,
putting
ma'am.
the
Okay,
value
ma'am.
first. Okay. So from this we
Okay, ma'am.
get c equals to 4. And this is
Okay,
another
ma'am.
point. Yeah. And also we have this length is 6. This length is 6. And so we need to find a plus b plus c, right? So we have 2a plus b equals to 0. And so a equals a plus b plus c equals to 4. So a plus b plus c equals to 4 minus a, right? Right? Now if you have 4, sorry, is it enough to find the value of a?
No, it's ask a plus b plus c. What is the value of a plus b plus c?
Yeah.
Ma'am, we
So
can
we
use
got-
minus b by 2a
Yeah.
vertex is 6.
Yeah.
So we'll
So
get
minus b by
minus
2
b
is
by
equal
2a
to
Yeah. That is what I want to do. We have
axis of
6, right? From here we have b equals to 12a. Again we have this equation. So solving these two equations, we can find the value of a, b, and c, right?
that is b by 2a equal to or minus b by 2a equal to 6.
I think it's minus b by 2a. Yeah.
Yeah.
So b is minus 12.
Minus 12a.
Yes,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
minus b by 2a, ma'am.
If you put the
corresponds to
value of
x-axis.
if you put the value of b equals to 12a over here, the a equals to 0, ma'am. It will not be a quadratic equation in that case.
What?
Ma'am, if you put the b equals to 12a over here, ma'am, a equals to 0, ma'am.
6 is the height, not the time, ma'am.
No. Yeah.
Ma'am, minus b by 2a, ma'am, it gives the x coordinate and not the y coordinate.
It's the height,
Minus
right?
is a vertex, ma'am. You
Six is
can't
the y
convert
coordinate.
it with the 6.
Yeah. It should be x coordinate.
That means y equals to 6 at this point. The coordinate will be some 6, comma some x, right?
Yes, ma'am.
It will again
X,
satisfy the
X, comma
equation.
6. X, comma 6.
3,6, ma'am.
Okay, sorry. Yeah. X, comma 6, right? X, comma 6. So it will again satisfy this equation. So we can put here ax squared plus
Ma'am,
bx plus 4.
Ma'am, we can find two equations. Ma'am. Here the value of x will be 1, ma'am. because in 2 seconds it reaches to the coordinate 2, 4, and 6 is the
No, no,
midpoint
no.
of this path, ma'am. So
How do you
the
know the 6? How do you know 6 is the midpoint? Because
ma'am,
it
because
is the
the
axis
maximum
of
height, ma'am.
symmetry, right? This
It is the maximum height the ball has reached over there, ma'am.
okay.
So, ma'am,
why is it?
So that
Why is
doesn't
it
mean
a
that it is
midpoint?
the midpoint now.
Yes,
Yeah.
it
Why
means
is
because I've
it
solved.
midpoint then?
Ma'am, I've
Time
got.
of
Ma'am, I,
development is equal to time
ma'am,
of descent.
no.
Yes.
At 1 second, it is at 6, ma'am, from the ground, ma'am. So this point at 6 will be the coordinate will be 1, 6. So after 1 second, it has reached
We
one.
cannot
It is,
assume it's at 1 second. It's not given there.
We
It's at
cannot
1
assume
second.
it, right? We
it
cannot
has reached.
assume it.
It
We
has
cannot
reached
assume
maximum
it.
height, ma'am. Ma'am, but I have
That
solved
is
like
fine.
this only. My answer is correct, ma'am. It is a graded assignment solution, ma'am.
Okay,
You have
but
to
we
find
cannot
the.
assume it. We cannot assume it. The time is 1.
No, I'm not assuming it, ma'am. See, it is a ma'am this ball is considered following a path of parabol, ma'am. And 6 is the maximum height it is reaching. So this left side will be equal to the time taken on the left side will be equal to the time taken on the right side. That's simple, ma'am.
So this is
But
not
it is
our right
thrown from
side, right?
height now.
Right side is this.
I'm not considering from this x-axis from below, ma'am. You take
Ma'am,
a.
I have another suggestion for you. I have
Ma'am, what
another
he's
suggestion
saying
for you.
is, ma'am,
Just
what
listen
he's
to
saying
me.
is that he's bringing the physics perspective here. So when say in the projectile motion, as there's no acceleration here, so the midpoint would be 1 here for the maximum height.
Array, but then it has to start it from ground and then reach the
No,
ground.
we can't
There is
assume
a height.
anything there.
No, yeah,
just
so
draw a ground.
we are assuming the ground at
Just
2, 4, right? 0 and
yes,
0,
yes.
4 to 2,
Just draw
we are
ground
not
over
assuming
4. That's
We
0,
can't assume anything. Whatever is given in the question, we only have that much data. We can't assume anything here. We have, if it is this, if 6 is the highest point, then we have, this is our vertex, right? And for vertex, we have x and 6. This is the point, coordinate, right? For x, we have minus b by 2a. So this will be minus b by 2a comma 6, right? And it will satisfy this equation. We can
Yes,
put
ma'am.
this, then we can get an equation using a and b.
Yes, ma'am.
Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am. This
So
way
we
is.
can put 6 equals to a into minus b by 2a whole square plus b into minus b by 2a plus c, and c equals to 4 we already know. We can simplify this equation. Again, we have this equation 2a plus b equals to 0.
Ma'am, we get b square is equal to minus 8a
From
by
this
solving
equation,
this.
right?
Yes,
B square
equal to minus 8a.
equals to minus a times
8a minus 8a.
minus 8a. B square equals to minus 8a, right?
Yes.
Okay. So from this two, now we can solve it and find the value of a and b, right? Just equate these two. Okay. Just multiply it with 4. So it will be 8a plus 4b equals to 0, right? And here we have 8a plus b square equals to 0. Just minus. Then it will be bb cancel out. Then it will be 4b minus b square equals to 0. So b equals to 0 or b equals to 4, right? When b equals to 0, a equals
A
to
equals 0. And it is
0.
not a quadratic equation in that case.
Yes. And if b equals to 4, a equals to minus 2, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so 4
And c equals
minus
to 4.
a, and we got
So we
4
have
minus a. So we substitute minus 2 in that.
Yes. So this
So
is
we get
our
6.
answer. Fine? Fine?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So we can't assume anything out of anywhere, right? We have some data given in the question, and based on that data only we can solve the question. You can't assume anything. If is the case that your answer is right after that assumption, that may not be happen that your assumption is right. You can't assume anything by yourself. You have to use the data which is already given in the question. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So I think, is there any doubt, or I think close the session?
Ma'am,
Ma'am, I
the
have a
last
doubt in
question,
check
I
size, ma'am.
sent you a last question. Can you please give me a hint? Please don't solve it full, just give me a hint. I'm not unable to understand that question.
Which one? A gateway. This
Yes,
one.
ma'am, the gateway one. I need a hint.
So I can first I can see a question, the polynomial p, degree m, and this
No,
table.
ma'am, just
I
above this.
solved this in the previous session. Okay. I'm talking to Shivam Kumar. I solved this in the previous session. Better you can go and check this one.
No, ma'am. So my one is of this degree one, ma'am.
Yeah, it will be similar kind of question. So yeah, I will solve your question. But for Shivam Kumar, I'm saying this question I've already solved. So you can go and see the
Ma'am,
previous
which
lecture.
question you're referring to, ma'am?
Someone is posted the table including polynomial degree and conditions.
Yes.
Yeah, so this question I have already solved in the previous session. Okay.
Ma'am, the gateway question I have asked, can you please give me hint?
Okay, yeah, I will cover it.
Yeah.
So here we have, okay. So we have this type of a gateway construction. Go through the gateway. Wait up 10 minutes. Okay. So this is 10 meter. The maximum height is 5. Track of both 6 meter and uniform height size to consider. Right? Five uniform height. Minimum possible height of the turn so that it could touch the wall of the door. Okay. So we have the highest height is 5 meter. So in that okay. Width is 6 meter. This is for the truck. Let me use some different color. For the truck, the width is 6 meter. Okay, so we need to find the maximum possible height. So you can draw a line something like that. Width is 6 meter. Then this will be the maximum possible height, right? This height will be the maximum possible height, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So from here, can you do anything? This is.
I didn't understand. What did you do here? You took the width as 6 meter.
Suggestion. See, I can give you some suggestion. You can take this as origin. This is as 5 meter and this is as 5 meter. Then you have 6 meter from the middle. Okay. Then this we have for 3 meters and this is for 3 meters. Okay.
Yes,
so this coordinate you can take it at x equals to 3 and this is you can take it as x equals to -3. Okay.
Yes,
so
then it will form a square, a rectangle.
Yeah. So we will find the coordinate of this point, right?
This point. But we don't have the parabola equation now, so how would I found that?
Okay. Okay. But you have that you have two value given already, no? 5 and 10. So based on them, you can find the value, find the parabola. You can assume a general equation like that. Then you just try to solve it and find the values of them based on the data already given. Then we can approach
Ma'am,
this process. Yes.
ma'am, if we write the coordinate of the highest points, that is 3 comma y and another as minus 3 comma y dash, and if we use the distance formula,
Take it as, you can even take this point as 0,5, right?
yes, ma'am, I did this like this
So
only.
this is a
After
vertex.
that,
This is a vertex. Then
Yes,
you
ma'am.
can assume a parabola like that. Some a into x minus 0 square plus 5.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, and from 10 you can do something and you can find the value, like find the parabola.
Okay, ma'am, I'll try. If I won't get the answer, then
Yes,
I'll
yes.
ask
In
that
this
out in the
process
next
you can
session.
try it. I think it will be sufficient. Yeah.
Okay.
ma'am, we can
In this
also
process you
solve
can
this
try it.
one by distance formula, right?
What
Which
distance
one?
formula? For which one?
Where will you apply the distance formula?
In the maximum height, we can apply, right?
How?
Ma'am, if we know the coordinate,
I mean, will
then
you
the distance
assume
will.
the 2 point and then apply
We
the distance
can
formula?
assume
Yes,
the
I'm
middle point as the origin, okay? But what I assume, we can assume the middle point as the origin, then you can proceed with the problem.
Okay. Yes,
Okay,
ma'am. I'll go with this method only. I'll
Yes.
try. Then I'll let you. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. If it is not happening, then let me know in the next session, then we will try to solve it, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, I have a doubt regarding the graph that you discussed, the one which was based on a polynomial.
Okay.
Yes, the question where we actually drew a graph and
Which question? I don't. Yeah, this one.
yes, ma'am. In this question, my doubt is why did we take, like, the line is coming from up and going down to minus 10 instead of coming from down to minus 10? Can you explain the end behavior? How did you take it?
Yeah, can you repeat it?
I like the line is coming from up and going to minus 10 instead of coming from down.
Suppose we started with this kind of things and this, then this. That is what you are saying, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So here our bit concern is this one, like this tilt, because here our constant is negative, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So the y-intercept is negative. Okay. If we put here x equals to 0, then we will find some negative number, right? Because minus will be cancel out, minus will be again cancel out, and this will be positive due to the square, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So we will get some negative number which is very close to 0, right? So the graph will be very closer to 0 from the negative side of the y-axis. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
From the negative side of the y-axis. If we do something like that, then it will be from the positive side of y-axis, right? No?
Oh, okay,
We
okay.
need something from the negative side.
Oh, okay, ma'am. Okay, thank you, ma'am.
So with this question, I'm closing our today's session. If you have more doubt, you can ask it in the
Ma'am,
next
just one
session.
question. You said that you solved that degree problem in the yesterday. Which session you took, ma'am, yesterday, ma'am? Open session or this?
It was a doubt clearing open session.
Okay.
Doubt clearing open session. You can find the live streaming version in the YouTube channel also.
Yes, ma'am. I'm checking over there, ma'am. Did you explain it at last or in the starting only, ma'am? Not able to find that.
That I don't remember. You can scroll the videos and then that I don't remember.
Okay, I'll check. Thank you.
Ma'am, can
So,
you
yeah.
please explain again the approach of that gateway problem?
Okay. So what I'm saying that you can take the middle point. You can take the middle point as origin, and then you can like assume that vertex at 0.5. Then you can arrive to that kind of equation, and taking help of this 10 meters and the 6 meters, you can then find the equation, and then you can find the coordinate of these points. Then from here you can assume this, that it will be the height, right? From here, if we find this 2 points, then you can find the height.
Yes,
That is
ma'am.
what I was saying. We just try it. If it is not happening, then next session I will do it.
Okay, ma'am.
Better you can try it on your own. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
You can use this hints, and then you can try it. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. So yeah, with this, I'm closing today's session. If you have any doubt, we will cover it in the next session. Okay. Yeah. So you can
Okay,
leave
ma'am.
now.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.